Доброго времени суток всем, дамы и господа. Мы продолжаем Геншин, так и мы. В прошлый раз побывали в дворце у Нингуан. Теперь надо нам куда-то лететь туда вон. Так, что-то я не хочу лететь, честно говоря. Так, это нам куда? Ух ты, мы бы не долетели никогда. Погнали, телепорт. Фатуи или Фатуи? Или Фатуи? Так, ага. А почему с той стороны-то эта гора проклятая опять? Ну ладно, давай заберемся, что делать-то. Энергии-то хватит. Надо, кстати, побегать, пособирать эти штуки, которые прокачивают столбы. Ну ладно. Ой, да тут ребята ходят. Здорово, братан. Хрен тебе. Тихо, 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 ребята, тихо, тихо, пока я заморожу всех. А вот так не нравится тебе? Хоть меня бить, блядь. Тихо, отходим, отходим, отходим. Тут что-то серьезное творится. Пошел нахер со своей пушкой. Ой-ой-ой, меня сейчас так грохнут. Какие они злобные, твари. В сторону. Ой-ой-ой. Не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не. Так, надо отбежать. Так, тихо, наверх. Тихо, 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 постой тут. Ага. Достать наш не можешь, да? Ну-ка, дай-ка пожрем по-быстрому. Нам надо еще прибавить вот это вот съесть. Вот это вот съесть. Для брони сожрать. И что-нибудь это вот поли... А, нет, 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 не то. Давай вот такой сожрем. Раз, раз. Раз, раз. И раз. Теперь погнали. Ты задолбал, толстяк уже меня до чего-то. Злобные гады. Готов. Тут при смерти. Иди полетай, блядь. Летаешь. Ничего, не с такими справлялись. Куда ты пошел, блядь? Мимо. Помер. Последний чмошник. Иди сюда. Ты кусок говна. Полетай. Шандарахнул последний разок. Зараза злобная, а? Чуть не прикончили меня. Ну ладно, пришлось потратиться. И что нам нужно тут делать? Выше... Может, вообще с ними не стоило драться? Так, ну-ка, включи нам лечилку. Да, с плюшкой... А, еще один тут ходит. Ну что вы говорите-то? тут скрылся, спрятался. Вы видали, крысятина прятался там наверху? А я его не видал ни черта. Так, что здесь нужно сделать? Вот. Ага.
Maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil of being able to channel divine power, and the plot thickens. We'll need to keep... Alright, that's enough sticking around. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Tijuana. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Так, ну что, тут побили, пора тут лут. А, тут еще толстяк ходит один. Убить тебя, не убить. Вот он нам нужен, нет, ребят, вообще. Давайте попробуем грохнуть еще. Ну, ему не нравится. Тут бомжи тут приперлись. Главное вовремя переключаться. Среди этих чуваков. Одного-то не все убить. Ну что вы нам дали? Что-то ни хрена они нам ничего не дали. Что самое обидное. Одного загандонить вообще, если зажать, легко. Так, что там у нас? Это мят я набрал. А, стоп. Нам нужны камушки. Камушки нам пригодятся. Нет тут больше никаких камушков. Кристалликов. Так, все, точно на этих придурков нафиг не надо бить. Так, ладно, погнали. Ой. Так, нам куда-то сюда. Предлагаю вот сюда телепортнуться, да? Чтоб не бегать. Так, они почему-то... А, ну да. Мы тут дебил кусок. Давай его побьем тоже для полного оргазма. Ну, слабики так-то. Хрен тебе. Ох ты, блядь. Гоу, Барбара, гоу. Ой, так, это пускай он крутится без нас. Блендер. Есть робот Бендер, а это Блендер у нас. Так, нафиг его. Покури поставь. Да. Попал. Все, закоротило. Нам эти вот устройства нужны потом будут. Вернее, не сейчас нужны, но прокачаться пока не надо. Так, что там? Вот так приземляться точно безопасно с любой высоты. И где... А, вон стоит. Так, стоп. Вижу я руду. И пройти я мимо не могу. Это дурацкая привычка с всяких Харков и Кононов. Потом еще и Валхельм. Добывать. Добывать. Все, что можно добыть. О, сколько тут руды. Ну-ка, пошел нахер отсюда. Руду мою ворует он, тут, понимаешь ли. Да отстань от меня. Так, обломки железа. Кристаллики всякие. Это все нам нужно, чтобы потом прокачивать. В этой игре без прокачки ты ничего не сделаешь. Так, цветок сахарок. Что случилось-то?
Right on time. I myself only arrived. Did you enjoy your visit to the...
It was so big and pretty and...
Indeed. It's second to none in all of... Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
She's super rich and so generous. Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon.
Oh. So you also met with Kut...
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed.
No respect for... Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Kuching, Ningguang, although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intent. Yes, she has only relied on herself to... It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the...
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this.
That is how the Fatui have always been. No matter what they may be planning.
So, is there anything we need to get?
Yes, as a matter of fact, they're...
Glaze lilies. But why did we come... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame...
No. Those lilies have all been gardened. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of... Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must... But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to...
Really?
We'll only know once she's...
Нас еще петь заставляют, мало того, что цветы собирать. Давайте еще споем, блин. Ну, давайте споем. Так, Барбара вот тут. Песни петь тут.
It's time to sing whenever you're ready. Da 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 da.
И?
What happened?
Ага.
These flowers are jumping. They look really
Ничего себе,
angry.
лилии вылезли, вы
Is it
видали?
because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Lille?
Какая-то ловушка, блядь.
Let the show be...
Don't push your luck.
Заманили нас в ловушку, блядь. Твари.
Freeze! This one will be frozen.
Eyes on me!
Подстава, подстава.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit...
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long.
Well, that's nice and all.
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame. Excuse me.
Опа, это кто?
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Ганьюй.
Oh, hey, it's...
Hello. Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way?
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a... She's acting different from the first...
Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianch.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the garden?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely... Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days,
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't... When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the other five, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first...
So what do you think of...
Huh? This... As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine, but as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh? Did you just say...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. After the war ended, I signed a contract... Well, let's save that. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found.
We dare not refuse.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked...
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your stuff.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If you would excuse me,
And that just about does it. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies,
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting...
I've had enough ventures. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of... So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself.
Wow. See? Jean... Alright, I think it's about time we...
Так. Ой, жесть, жесть, жесть. Болтовня, болтовня, болтовня. Давайте соберем лут. Грибочки. Да не залазь ты на дерево-то, ёпнукарёк. Так, больше нет, тут у нас нигде этих... Так, починись-ка. Я, конечно, знаю, что можно починиться около статуи Архонта. Но... Сейчас тут соберем. А тут что-нибудь есть? О, брателла, привет. Здорово. Что, думал от нас убежать? Сейчас. Ну, папа бьет он своими клинками. Ну, с нами не сравнится, конечно. Нам нужны вот эти церемониальные... Наши... Церемониальные... Церемониальные... Ладно, дожить до церемоний, короче. Ой, не могу смеяться, у меня десна болит, зуб ударили. Ну, мучаюсь уж который день. Так. Там хиличуры. Так, там у нас этот... А чё я бегаю-то? Погоди. Нам же надо в это самое... Во дворец. Ой, обратно в этот Улюе. Правильно, вот сюда в гавань. Церемониальный. Вот слово какое, а. Ай, блин. Так.
What happened? The city gate is swarming.
Да откуда, значит, случилось? Эти стоят, товарищи.
You're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to. However, both sides were quite obstinate.
It seems inevitable.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contract.
Surely the Liu at Qixing are...
Their boneheadedness is known throughout.
And what now? How would...
That's all Ningguang. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must... Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on her? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral party...
Things are taking a turn. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wa... Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If...
Having connections with the Fatui, so what does Zhongli mean by looking for the few? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned up, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
И куда он мог отправиться? Интересно, интересно. 550 метров. Так, ну понятно, что за этим следим. Так, куда? Где-то зараза. Ага. А, да ты крыса, да? Сейчас мы телепортнем сюда. Долетим сверху, посмотрим, что он там делает. В том дворце. Когда летишь, надо всегда осматриваться, смотреть, где, может, где-то кристаллы есть. Они очень нам нужны. Но я пока не вижу. Нет тут никакой охраны. Летим до победного. Как покраснеет, нажимаем левую кнопку мыши и херачим всех, кто внизу. Вот так вот. Так, а тут есть у нас кувшинки эти? Или рыбка? Рыбки. Кто-нибудь видит рыбок? Я не вижу. Кто-то тут уже все собрал, зараза. Ну ладно. Ага, золотая 47-й. Так, одиночный режим. А каких нам взять туда? В принципе, эти неплохо бьются, да? Электрическая у нас есть. Кто враг будет? Кто будет врагом? Так, что за элементальный резонанс? Огонь, сердечки, это у нас вот есть. Может, нам вместо вот нее взять огненную нашу вот эту вот новенькую подружайку. Но не факт. Или вот этого взять я не докачал. А можем его докачать? Мы же можем докачать, да? Точно же. Точняк. Бабло-то есть, а то у меня бабло закончилось. Так. И вот так. А что у тебя с оружием? Так, погоди. Улучшить можем? А, не хватает вот этой херни. Понедельник, четверг, воскресенье. Сегодня воскресенье, можно, в принципе, сходить. А вообще открыто, нет? Ага, открыто. Ясно, будем знать. Так, ладно. Давайте его возьмем. Берем нашего мальчишку. Полтишок же он, да? Сменить. Ну что, погнали. Почему я беру эту самую Барбару? Она лечит хорошо всех. Когда хпшки кончаются. Хоть какое-то лечение, чтобы не жрать.
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier
Ой,
on
сколько
the
монеток.
inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they... Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of... Oh, right! That it's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick! We have to go make sure that the...
Так, ну что, погнали посмотрим, где он там валялся-то. Вон там этот дракоша сидит.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled
это
to a
чел.
generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But if it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, stopping the Mora mints, hiding away...
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia?
As one of the 11 Fatui, she will get that which she desired. I'm not asking for your blessing. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed.
Что, мы будем сейчас против него
If it were
биться,
up to
да?
me, either way, we now the battle.
Вот козлина нас подставила.
So you're the type that go...
You c- When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in
Прислужник
Mondstadt,
сеньоры.
instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow, and when she faces a worthy opponent, she will but as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever...
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. Besides, you could never defeat... Fighting talk, I love it!
Ах ты козлина, блядь.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Говна ты кусок.
Passable effort, poor timing.
Windblade!
Ах ты, тварь, еще бегаешь от нас.
Cool it!
You've made some progress. This moment will be frozen so quick to flee. Passable effort.
Говна ты кусок.
I'll protect her.
Dodge this. Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously. Good. No wonder Signora
Как
was
он
so
себе
wary
починил,
of
блядь,
you.
опять всю жизнь-то,
Well,
а?
that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Off we go. Let's light it up.
No use hiding back there.
Сукин сын, Сакин.
Freeze!
Teamwork is
You've got
dreamwork!
some skills. Don't get frostbite.
Dodge this!
Все, довыеживался.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Нихера себе. На, ёптать.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Ни хрена себе. Child.
Not bad. But this is going to cost you!
Так, так надо с ним еще
You
биться, да?
got the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over.
Нихера он херачит как.
Don't make me take it from you.
Ой-ой-ой.
We didn't take it!
Don't push your luck.
Why do they never miss?
Да хватит нас бить уже, блядь.
Let's light it up!
Dodge. Free. Don't push your luck. Don't push your luck.
Let's stand.
Dodge this.
Let's light it up!
Злобная тварь. Не знаю, убью я его или нет. Он даже не дает мне переключиться на персонажа другого.
Prepare to be blown away! Windblade! Yeah!
Тихо, 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 тихо.
Windblade!
Cool it.
Да, блин, капец он злобный.
Let's light it up!
Oh, so sorry.
Мочи его давай.
Adventure! Yeah, that's gonna hurt in the
Тварь,
morning.
блин.
Everybody stand back!
Freeze.
Да, блин, ты, сука. Так, тихо, 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 тихо. Мы успеем что-нибудь сожрать? Вот такое. Вот такое. И желательно что-нибудь вот такое. И потом вот такое еще.
Off we go! Let's light it up!
Да сдохни ты уже, тварина.
The show begun.
Cool it.
Все. Надрали зад. Ну вообще гандониус. Че?
Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity, and now that I consider the matter more carefully, you had no connection to the Gnosis.
That's what we've been trying to tell you.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Senora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could... You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have... This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend.
Pretty sure that's not the norm.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look one... In fact, it might be that the Exuvia...
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of Commerce, as such...
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbor.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the GR Archon, in the... If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Leo, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of with the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation but knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand.
Опять что-то задумал, козлина. 2 раза ему медведь дали. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Ну сейчас еще бокает. Он не без ката, да? Манты.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Nira, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Город полетел, ребята. Дворец. Кракен? Нет, 3 дракоша. А нам-то что делать? Мы в воде-то тонем без сил. Воевать не сможем. Только если на порывах ветра летать.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really... Did we make it in time? Is the
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you... Just seeing this overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pin...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any...
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith...
We've already discussed this together, and our...
What? Wait, all of you were supposed to be the Guardian...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista, and as fate would have it, one who did... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take...
I suppose this is one bless. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. We haven't a moment to spare.
Yep.
Нам дадут пострелять. Нихера у них там вот.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Genshin ballista!
Защищаем. Все, погнали. Вот это экшони. Я в этой игре вообще не ожидал такого экшони.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
Я тебя поломаю,
We
блядь.
Adepti have not faced the god in several millennia. Let one see what you are made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Freeze!
Be gone!
Слышь ты,
Killjoy, we've only just begun. Looks like I...
так, эти чего кусаются. А где наши помощники-то, я не пойму. Пошел нахер с нашего, блядь, самоката, блядь.
Windblade! Yeah! I'm going in!
Приперся тут, блядь. Ага, еще вон там, блядь. Слышь ты, опять ты приперся сюда? Кэптен Джек, блин. Ага, прячется. Я тебя попрячусь, он тут, блядь.
Prepare to be blown away!
Так, вот пока... Ох ты, тварь.
Dodge this. Don't get frostbite.
What is that?
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar.
Ой-ой-ой.
Be careful not to get hit.
Ох ты, блядь. Тихо, 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 погоди. Надо починить нам товарища. Так, уроний включаем. Защиту включаем. И пожрать бы надо бы нам. Вот хотя бы так.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
Что, нам не засчитали еду, что ли, не пойму? А, нам херачат так
Nationalized
больно.
diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Тихо, тихо. Слышь вы, два придурка, блядь, с поросенками.
Freeze!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
The ancient gods
Ну какой бессмертный, блядь.
There are so many Fatui too! We kill them!
Ой!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is Deptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Wow! It's Madame Ping's shockwave!
Так,
This
погоди,
grade's
надо нам
really
поднять
strong!
нашу подружайку.
Windblade!
Нам какую-то силу дали, ребят. Ты живой, что ли, тварь? У нас есть суперсила какая-то. Смотрите, мы горим. Ох ты тварь, блин.
Windblade! With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight
Так,
with
тихо,
all
тихо,
your
тихо,
might!
тихо, тихо, тихо. Надо быстренько что-нибудь сожрать. Давай вот эту курочку. Подружки с корнем. И тебе тоже. Я вообще не ждал такого
I too
экшона
did
здесь.
this during the Archon War!
Стреляй! Пиу, пиу, пиу.
Gunny's like in a
Пиу, пиу.
fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Хватит меня стрелять, блядь. Какой-то артобстрел, блядь. Надо мансить от этих, да?
Child, You are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps
Три
you can
благословения
withstand 3
одновременно.
forms of adeptal energy
Ага.
at once.
Ну пизда вам, что, ребят.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Look at me.
Ведьма кочурилась. Слышь ты, толстяк, блядь. Хватит в Макдаке KFC жрать, блядь, умри. Так, ведьму нахер в расход. Ведьму в расход. Ты ведьма, блядь.
Caution! I fear that the god's
Уже
power
достал,
has
тут
reached its
зачем тебе?
peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Да вы что, бесконечные, что ли, блядь?
Windblade.
Хватит мне пуляться, блядь. Они вообще когда-нибудь кончатся, нет?
Windblade.
Freeze!
I'm going in. Let's light it up.
Cool it! So sorry.
Вот пуляется, блядь, штуковина, блядь.
Freeze!
Be gone.
Пошли нахрен.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
I'll protect us.
Ну что, все, нет? По-моему, нет. Или да? Крутая, да? Ножом в бок.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Так, что, поджарили за нее, да? Нет, он недовольный.
Working. We just need to keep this up.
А, он тоже не выпил супер. Не пальцем деланный. Массированный удар.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
прям. Прикольно. Эпично. Просто как червяка раздавили камнем его нахрен и все.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing. I also thought to tell him how the past generations, but I dared not speak.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlet?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides.
Each of the 7 nations has its own
Though your point is the very height of... As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock. To be...
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But although I am a mere mortal soldier.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with... When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able...
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue, the country of contracts, is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer, although their blood is weak. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place.
Your line of inquiry is askew.
let us return now.
Eager to leave. Yes, one understands what the conqueror of Dean. One fears that by the time one finally grabs. Fair enough. Await. Since we Adepti have. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chi.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It's.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adept. Oh, right! Its child wanted to unleash the god, but we were able to handle the Overlord. Oh, and speaking of that, don't.
Так, ну чё? Победили мы монстра этого. Так, вот на тот корабль попасть бы как-нибудь. Вот оттуда, что ли, можно долететь. Так, 320 метров до этого. Блин, я вообще не ожидал. Очень эпичная была битва. Пожертвовали дворцом нефритовым, конечно. Ну а куда деваться? Куда деваться? Но было классно, мне понравилось. Такого экшония я в этой игре вообще не ожидал. Да. Как-то вот так, ребят. На этом все. Это был Геншин. Всем пока-пока. До новых встреч.